Hi there, I'm Edmund Palmer.
Welcome to my series on intellectual giftedness.
When people think about intellectual giftedness, they often get stuck on the intellectual part of it, which isn't weird as it's called intellectual giftedness. What people often forget is that giftedness also has an emotional component. We gifted people feel a lot. A lot. In fact, we gifted people experience complex and highly intense emotions. We're emotional wrecks. So in this video, I want to talk about my experiences with emotional intensity. I intend to talk about how I experience highly intense positive and negative feelings and what causes me to feel them. So I'm gonna get to it.
1. How do I experience positive feelings?
When I feel a positive feeling, I don't just feel happy. I experience a great sense of elation.
Last summer, for instance, the summer of 2019, my husband and I were traveling through the Carolinas, and I remember walking at the waterfront in Beaufort, South Carolina, with the warm breeze caressing my bare arms, the love of my life ambled by my side. I gazed at the shimmering water, heard the traffic in the distance, feeling slightly lightheaded due to the wine I had just consumed. An intense feeling of happiness overtook me, and suddenly I cried out of elation. I cried in silence and knew I was walking with a bounce I only get when I'm feeling elated. Everything felt so perfect, I wanted to freeze the moment so I'd never have to feel anything else but this strong feeling of elation. The fact that I knew I wouldn't be able to freeze the moment made me doleful, and that's a thing gifted people often feel. We can go from feeling elated to doleful in a split second. What I did was I pushed the very sad feeling away so I could again savor the feeling of elation to the full.
There was a big reason for me to feel elated that day, but even the tiniest of compliments or smallest gestures of kindness, such as a smile from a random stranger, can leave me with a strong sense of elation. It means so much to me, I never forget it.
2. How do I experience negative feelings?
Firstly, feeling negative feelings comes very easily. It only takes a coworker or someone else to say a short sentence in a slightly unfriendly way, and it completely ruins my day. Making a tiny mistake at work ruins my day. There are no mishaps in my life. If I break a glass or tear my shirt by accident, it ruins my day, or a couple of days.
Secondly, I can't stand seeing people killing tiny insects or breaking things, even tiny and unimportant things. For instance, my husband used to shred unused paper napkins at restaurants, and it made me feel so bad, I told him he had to stop doing it.
And then there was that time when I killed an ant and a ladybug by accident. That broke my heart. Thirdly, I've been hurt and disappointed many times. Whenever I've been slightly hurt or just slightly disappointed with someone, I get overwhelmed by extremely strong feelings of sadness. I've cried my heart out way too many times, and tears come easily. I can get so sad I almost lose my mind, and I've been to many dark places in my life due to people hurting and disappointing me.
Fourthly, I can easily feel exasperated. Things I can't stand are injustice, idiocy, bigotry, and stupidity. Just the smallest amount of one of those things annoy me so much, my stress levels soar, and I just want to scream.
Finally, there's anger. Well, I actually never feel anger. I feel wrath. Well, actually, I haven't felt it in years. Luckily. In my early 20s, though, I could get wrathful over the tiniest things like stupid little jokes. I never got physically violent, but I could get so wrathful at times that it almost cost me my relationship. My husband, who was my boyfriend at the time, told me he'd end our relationship if I didn't learn to control my wrath. So I learned to control it. In my coming videos, I'm gonna stay with this topic as there is so much left to say about it. And please share your experiences with positive and negative feelings with me in the comments section below. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and watch this series from the start. Next Friday, I'll be back with more Swedish pronunciation training. Till then, I only want to say 3 things. Thank you for watching, have a great day, and bye y'all!